Have you ever wondered if a simple passion could turn into a billion-dollar empire? What if the key to that empire was found not in mainstream trends, but in a market everyone else was ignoring? This is the story of Yao Runhao, a man who transformed his love for video games into a global phenomenon by daring to ask a simple, yet revolutionary question: what if we created games for women? Our story begins not in a bustling tech hub, but in the quiet study rooms of Waseda University in Japan. Yao, young man from China, Yao Runhao, was diligently pursuing a degree in economics. But while his textbooks spoke of supply and demand, his heart was captivated by a different world, the world of video games. This wasn't just a fleeting hobby, it was a deep-seated passion that sparked an idea. He began to wonder if he could create his own game, something that resonated with his own vision. During his university years, what started as a side hustle alongside his demanding studies quickly became the seed of a future empire. Yao wasn't just another gamer. He was an educated, ambitious individual who saw an opportunity where others saw only a niche. He was willing to bet on his passion, to turn what he loved into a tangible business. This period of learning and experimentation wasn't just about coding or game design. It was about nurturing a dream against the backdrop of academic rigor, laying the very first stone of a path that would lead him back to China with a mission. In 2013, with his degree in hand, Yao Runhao returned to his homeland and took the leap that would define his career. He founded Paper Games. From the very beginning, his strategy was unconventional. While the gaming industry was saturated with action-packed, male-dominated titles, Yao looked in the opposite direction. He decided to focus on games for women, specifically in the fashion dress-up genre. It was a segment that major developers had largely overlooked, dismissing it as small and unprofitable. But Yao saw things differently. He operated under a powerful conviction. It's not because women don't like to play games. It's because there aren't any good games for them. With this mindset, he chose to go against the grain. Paper Games launched the Nikki series, a collection of dress-up games that were beautifully designed and deeply engaging. This move was more than just a business decision. It was an act of validation for a massive, underserved audience. Through these early titles, Paper Games began to cultivate a loyal community of players, composed predominantly of women. The company carved out its own unique style, creating games that were accessible, emotionally resonant, and focused on personal experience rather than hardcore, competitive gameplay. They weren't just making games. They were building a brand that understood and respected its players, laying a solid foundation for the incredible success that was to come. After establishing a strong foothold with its fashion games, Paper Games was ready for its next big evolution. The company saw another untapped market, one that promised an even deeper emotional connection with its audience: dating simulation games for women. This genre, known as otome, or dating sim, was about to become the new frontier for Paper Games, and it would catapult the company from a niche studio into a household name. The turning point arrived in 2017 with the release of Love and Producer, known internationally as Mr. Love, Queen's Choice. The game was a sensation. It allowed players to step into the shoes of a media producer who becomes entangled with four charismatic and mysterious men. The game's blend of compelling storytelling, high-quality art, and romantic fantasy struck a chord with millions. It wasn't just a game. It was an emotional journey that quickly became a cultural phenomenon, effectively opening up the massive otome market in China. But the true peak of this evolution came in 2024, with the launch of Love and Deep Space. This wasn't just another dating game. It was a revolutionary leap forward. By integrating cutting-edge AI and voice recognition technology, Paper Games created a truly immersive experience. Players could virtually date AI-powered male characters who would text, call, and interact with a stunning level of flexibility and realism. This created a feverish wave of excitement, as the line between game and reality blurred in the most enchanting way. The numbers speak for themselves. Love and Deep Space attracted and retained an average of 6 million active players per month, a staggering figure that showcased the immense demand for this new form of interactive entertainment. With this monumental success, Paper Games shed its image as a small studio with girly games. It had become a pioneer, a trailblazer in the dating sim and AI genre. Yao Runhao had successfully tapped into a very modern, very human need for connection and emotional fulfillment, charting a bold new direction for the entire mobile gaming industry. The financial impact of this journey from a niche idea to a global trend has been nothing short of staggering. When small ideas are nurtured with passion and strategic insight, they can indeed grow into game-changing empires. For Yao Runhao, this transformation was officially recognized on the world stage. In 2025, Forbes estimated Yao Runhao's personal net worth to be approximately $1.3 billion, thanks to his controlling stake in the company he built from scratch. This figure wasn't just a number. It was a testament to the value of his vision. The company itself, Paper Games, was valued by analysts at over $2 billion, a valuation built on its impressive revenue and explosive growth trajectory. The company reported a global revenue of around $850 million in its most recent fiscal year. This is a significant figure by any standard, powerfully demonstrating the immense appeal and commercial scale of dating, interactive, and social games. It proved that a business model focused on emotional engagement could be just as, if not more, profitable than traditional gaming genres. With this milestone, Yao Runhao officially joined the exclusive ranks of China's most successful tech founders and self-made billionaires. His influence now extending far beyond the borders of his home country. But Yao Runhao's legacy isn't just about financial success. It's about a fundamental shift in how we perceive video games. He didn't just build games for entertainment, meticulously explored and catered to a market that had long been invisible to the industry's giants. By focusing on women who love games but connect with them differently, he championed a new philosophy. The emphasis on rich experience, emotional depth, and immersive storytelling allowed Paper Games to reach a broad, diverse, and incredibly loyal audience. With love and deep space, Yao pushed the boundaries even further. He harnessed sophisticated technology like AI and voice recognition not as a gimmick, but as a tool to create a virtual love experience that felt profoundly real to its players. This was a monumental step forward for the industry. It demonstrated that games could be more than just a way to kill time. They could fulfill deep-seated, psychological and emotional needs, offering companionship, connection, and a sense of belonging in an increasingly digital world. Through this innovative approach, Paper Games and Yao Runhao became symbols of a modern direction in game development, one that is friendly, deeply personalized, and capable of delivering value that extends far beyond gameplay mechanics into the social and psychological fabric of our lives. He showed the world that a game could be a friend, a confidant, and a source of genuine emotional support. However, the rapid ascent of virtual love has not been without its questions and controversies. When an experience feels so real, it inevitably raises complex ethical and psychological concerns. Some critics have voiced apprehension. Is a relationship with an AI character, no matter how beautifully rendered and responsive, truly sustainable and beneficial for one's mental health? There is a tangible fear that such immersive virtual connections could lead to social isolation, encouraging players to withdraw from real-world interactions and relationships. Furthermore, the business model itself has come under scrutiny. The practice of exploiting the emotions of players, particularly those who may be lonely or vulnerable, to drive in-game purchases and unlock content, is a point of contention. Critics argue that monetizing deep emotional needs can be seen as playing on emotional vulnerabilities and may foster an unhealthy dynamic between the player and the game. Beyond these ethical debates, Paper Games faces the same challenges as any rapidly growing tech company. The pressure to constantly innovate, maintain the high quality that players expect, and strike a delicate balance between profitability and user experience is immense. For a studio that has grown so quickly, navigating these pressures while staying true to its core vision will be the defining challenge of its future. So what can we learn from Yao Runhao's extraordinary journey? The lessons are as profound as they are inspiring. It teaches us that sometimes the most successful entrepreneurial paths aren't forged with complex, high-tech models from the outset. They can begin with something incredibly simple: discovering a neglected need, treating a specific user base with genuine respect, and building a product that truly speaks to them. Yao Runhao did this with women in the world of gaming, and in doing so, he uncovered a multi-billion-dollar market. His story redefines what a game can be. It proves that games are not just games. They can be platforms for emotional connection, tools for storytelling, and even companions that alleviate loneliness. They can be powerful mediums that meet fundamental human needs in a world that is constantly changing. Yao Runhao's journey is a powerful reminder that the greatest opportunities often lie hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone with the courage and vision to see the world not just as it is, but as it could be.